l'impératif, the imperative mode. When is the imperative used? The imperative is used to give orders. For example, ferme la porte, shut the door, or ne ferme pas la porte, don't shut the door. If you wish or need to learn how to make sentences negative, click here. The imperative is also used to give advice. For example, vas-y, tu as besoin de t'amuser. Go to it, you need to have fun. Finally, the imperative is also used to make a request. For example, s'il vous plaît, attendez-moi. Please wait for me. Ne m'attendez pas. Don't wait for me. How is the imperative formed? Because you could only give orders or advice to someone you were directly talking to, tu, vous, and nous are the only grammatical persons used in the imperative. However, just like in English, the pronoun is never used in the imperative in French. The imperative is formed by dropping the pronoun of the tu, nous, and vous forms of the present indicative tense. So, for example, the verb faire, to do or to make, in the imperative is fais, as in fais la vaisselle, do the washing up. Faisons, as in faisons la vaisselle, let's do the washing up. Faites, as in faites la vaisselle, do the washing up. And here's another example. Finir, to finish or to end. Fini, as in finis tes devoirs, finish your homework. Finissons, as in finissons nos devoirs, let's finish our homework. Finissez, as in finissez vos devoirs, finish your homework. However, ER verbs, as well as IR verbs whose tu form in the present indicative ends in ES, need to have the final S of the present indicative taken off to form the tu form of the imperative, unless the verb is followed by the pronouns I or en. For example, here's the verb aller, to go, in the imperative. Va, as in va voir un docteur, go see a doctor. Or vas-y, go or come on. Allons, as in allons-y, let's go. Allez, as in allez-y, go or come on. As you can see, there is two possibilities for the tu form. Va in the tu form of the present tense is spelled VAS, but as aller is an ER verb, we need to take the S off unless the verb is followed by the pronoun I or en, in which case we keep the S for pronunciation purposes. Here's another example. Parler, to speak. Parle, as in parle-lui, talk to him. Or parle-en, talk about it. Parlons, as in parlons-lui, let's talk to him. Parler, as in parlez-lui, talk to him. There are 4 irregular verbs in the imperative: avoir, être, savoir, and vouloir. Here's the verb avoir, to have, in the imperative. Aie, as in aie patience, have some patience. Ayons, as in ayons patience, let's have some patience. Ayez, as in ayez patience, have some patience. Aie, ayons, ayez. Here is the verb être, to be, in the imperative. Sois, as in sois aimable, be nice. Soyons, as in soyons aimables, let's be nice. Soyez, as in soyez aimable, be nice. Sois, soyons, soyez. Here is the verb savoir, to know, in the imperative. Sache, sache dire non, know how to say no. Sachons, as in sachons dire non, let's learn how to say no. Sachez, as in sachez dire non, know how to say no. Sache, sachons, sachez. And here's the verb vouloir, to want, in the imperative. Only the vous form of this verb is used in the imperative. Veuillez, as in veuillez m'excuser. Although vouloir means to want, veuillez is a formal way of saying please. So veuillez m'excuser means please excuse me. So now let's talk about word order. Just like with other French tenses, in negative constructions in the imperative, any object or pronoun is placed before the verb. For example, ne le punis pas, don't punish him. You can see that the French word for him is placed before the verb. However, in the affirmative, the verb always comes first and is linked to any following pronouns with a hyphen. For example, punis-le, punish him. Another rule you need to be aware of in the imperative is that the reflexive pronouns me and te, which are used with pronominal verbs, need to be changed to moi and toi respectively when the sentence is in the affirmative. For example, tu me rappelles, you remind me, in the imperative becomes rappelle-moi, remind me. You can see that the pronoun me in the present tense has become moi and has been placed after the verb in the imperative. This is because the sentence is in the affirmative. If the sentence had been negative, me would have stayed the same and would have remained before the verb. This is the end of the video. If you have any questions, requests or suggestions, please leave a comment below, and don't forget you can also find me on Twitter and Facebook. And finally, if you're interested, here are the links to my grammar, vocabulary, culture and pronunciation playlists. Bye!